Rachel Service here, the CEO of Happiness Concierge and the author of There Has to Be More, the Essential Guide to Personal Growth. Welcome to Celebrating the Wins. In the endless pursuit of motivating employees, researchers have discovered that one principle motivates employees above all the rest, and that's a phenomenon they've referred to as the progress principle. It's the idea that when we feel we're making progress, we feel a sense of achievement, a sense of accomplishment, and thereby are more motivated to continue our goals. It doesn't actually matter how big the goal is. It could be a little win, such as making your bed every day, or it could be a big win like finishing a big project. When we celebrate our wins regularly, we're more likely to experience feelings of accomplishment and thereby more likely to progress. So let's apply that to your experience in the growth cycle. We're here in the workbook on page 90 and here in the Essential Guide to Personal Growth on page 218. So let's set you up for success by articulating how you will celebrate the great work that you'll do and have done today in your growth cycle. Take a moment to outline, what could a small win look like? We've outlined earlier what success looks like to you and thereby failure. So let's break it down. What could a really small win look like? Could it be as small as focusing on your I want list or lists if you had them every Sunday and making a small step towards that? Could a small win be every day I'm going to write down what I've accomplished and or how I feel and recognize that? Could a small win be completing a done list at the end of the week and ticking that off and going, dang, that feels good? Could a small win be choosing to tell people you love what you plan to do or have done? And or a personal mantra of mine, tell people what you've done after you've done it. And then that's a deadline, right? That always feels good and motivates me to complete things. What could a small win? And at Happiness Concierge, at the end of our events, we always create a game plan because we know the smallest of wins helps us all experience momentum. And momentum is what motivates us to keep going, right? It reminds us what's in it for us. What could a small win look like? Next question is, what could I do or what will I do to celebrate? What will I do to celebrate and who will I celebrate with? So what will I do to celebrate? Will I write myself a lovely note saying you can do it? Will I take myself out for dinner? Will I take someone else I love out for dinner? Will I ask people to jump on a Zoom call to celebrate? Will I buy something nice for myself? Will I treat myself and make myself a nice recipe? Will I spend time with someone I love, or will I cancel a cheeky meeting and give myself the gift of time? Will I say no to something? What will help you celebrate? Certainly, I know spending time by myself and buying a magazine feels good for me for a small win. Other times it's just taking a minute to acknowledge that and not rush back to work and be like, dang, that felt good. Other things that feel good for me are telling my spouse, I did it, I pulled it off, I did the scary thing, I can do hard things. Another thing I like to do is spend time with my nephews here in Melbourne by scheduling some time out of my schedule, by saying to myself, I've achieved what I'm comfortable with, my version of success, so I'm going to take, say, Thursday, Friday morning off to spend some time with those I love and top up my cup. So what could a small win look like? What will you do to celebrate, and who could you celebrate with? It's actually really simple, isn't it? Be kind to yourself as you go through this journey, but also don't forget to pat yourself on the back. There's so much to be proud of your journey in the growth cycle, and I could not be prouder. If you have any questions, don't be shy in reaching out to the Happiness Concierge team and myself by emailing hello, HELLO, at happinessconcierge.com. And at any stage during this process, don't be shy in going into any of the previous videos or the book or the workbook or even the audiobook to take a deeper dive. There's no rush and there's no prize for growth, only in building a life that works best for you. Thanks for joining me on this awesome video series, and I can't wait to hear what having more looks like to you. Good luck and have fun.